Am I the only one who loves the trees in Italy? It is an early Sunday morning, and we just left our Rome City hotel and we are in a taxi heading for the Leonardo da Vinci airport. Oh, and when I say we, I mean my mother and I. This is our first time in Italy, and we are going on a 7-night Mediterranean cruise. I hope you enjoyed this experience with us. Our hotel helped us to set up the taxi and asked them to drop us off at the arrival section of the airport. We needed to get back to Terminal 3. This is where we were going to meet with the group Royal Caribbean, and they would be transferring us over to the port of Civitavecchia. And then we will be embarking on Odyssey of the Seas. This is an exciting day. This bus ride is about an hour long. And there are other ways to transfer over to the port, but this was the best option for us. It was only our second time cruising. It was our first time in this part of Europe, and it just took a lot of the stress away from getting to where we needed to get to on time and no worries. It was really worth it. That 1 hour drive actually felt long at first, but the minute we could see the cruise ships off in the distance, wow, it was getting real. Our bus finally made it to the terminal and we were able to hop off. We did not have to worry about our luggage because that was being transported by a separate vehicle and the baggage would be found later in front of our stateroom door. The process to check in was quite easy. We just had to show our proof of confirmation for the cruise as well as our passports, and then we were off onto the gangway to get into the cruise ship. Now, the moment we were able to step onto the cruise ship, I have to say the entrance was a little lackluster. And I say this because we spoiled ourselves with our first cruise. In fact, we cruised with Disney and our names were called out and we were welcomed into the ship. This time, we just walked in and then we felt lost. After taking a little bit of time to orient ourselves and explore the ship, we did find ourselves at the Windjammer Buffet where we had something to eat, and then it wasn't too long after the rooms were announced that they were ready, even though our luggage was not there yet. Let me share our Odyssey of the Seas room tour with you. We were on deck 8, room 286. Upon entering, we have a comfy king-size bed that could always be split down the middle, and there is a sofa bed that could always be converted into another sleeper. The balcony was a very nice size. This was a GTY Ocean View balcony that we purchased, and we let the cruise ship decide which room we would get, and it was perfect. And onto the bathroom, it was clean and cozy. Honestly, we had nothing bad to say. While enjoying the view from our room, I took a quick look at the ship's app and I saw there was an experience available for free on the North Star, and so we decided to reserve it and head up to the 15th deck and try it out. This experience meant entering into the exclusive 360-degree glass dome that takes you up 300 feet above sea level. We got to look over the port of Civitavecchia for a couple of minutes before our ship was soon to leave. It was fun. It wasn't long after that experience we started to set sail. I have to say, this is probably one of my favorite parts of cruising, just watching the sail away, disconnecting from the ports. I don't know what it is, but I find it special. The one thing I noticed that was different with this cruise compared to the only other one cruise I've ever done was that they didn't honk their horn. There was no honking to say goodbye, or I don't know. I was expecting some noise. There was nothing. Oh, but don't get me wrong, there was definitely a party happening. I'm sure it was a sail away celebration by the poolside. I could definitely hear the DJ and the music playing, and people were having a great time. We enjoyed our view from the top deck, and then we decided to go down to the solarium, and we found a nice lounge chair where we could just sit and relax for a little while. It wasn't too long before we then needed to get ready for dinner. And I do apologize, I did not vlog our meal, but there are some pictures I can share with you. So we both went with the chef's recommendation: crispy crab cake, slow roasted prime rib, and key lime pie, and it was all delicious. After that great dinner, we decided we were going to walk around and explore the ship a little bit more. We came by the robotic bartender, and it was quite fun watching how people were ordering their drinks, and I just love the way the robot arm stirs and shakes the drinks. It was fun to watch. I also really enjoyed this piano player. We eventually made it to the first entertainment show of the night. It was called Duo Delight, and it was a very talented couple originally from the Ukraine performing. It was quite nice and enjoyable for the first evening.
But it took half a year to get over you, over you. Or maybe I'm good at pretending that I moved on. I know that we got a lot of the same friends, and soon enough there come a weekend when we just not bring it up. Yeah, maybe I'm weak, but it's taking too long to get over you. I'm not ready to need you again, unless this time we're holding on. The truth is I don't know how to forget. So when I saw you coming, I knew I'd be swept up by love, and I didn't care. Been hiding from the truth, but it got me nowhere. 'Cause I'm not ready to need you again, but I need you again.
Once this show was over, so were we. We made our way back to our room so that we could get a good night's sleep. The next day was going to be another sea day, and we woke up to a really nice surprise. We woke up to a beautiful sunrise, and here we could see the Stromboli active volcano, and we were headed right for the Messina Strait. This was such a beautiful sight to see. I just absolutely loved it. I felt like this was what cruising in the Mediterranean was all about. The midship elevators, made entirely of glass, gave such an airy feeling. It was awesome to be able to see everything around you. I was always in awe seeing this metallic drip-like sculpture running down the wall, and then looking up this giant sculpture of a flower just hanging above your head. It was really cool. In fact, I kind of took some pictures around the ship of art that caught my attention, and I'll just post a few here for your own enjoyment. Moving on, we pick up our custom-made coffee at Starbucks and then head over to deck 14 to the Windjammer buffet for our breakfast. It's nice when it's not so busy and you can actually get a window seat to look out into the ocean while you're having a nice meal. Okay, full confession. If you've made it this far, now you're going to get to know that I didn't get enough footage to do a complete ship tour, and I'm sorry. But I do want to share with you some of the highlight features of this ship that I really enjoyed. And for what I've missed capturing, you know what? It's worth coming back onto this ship over and over again. It really has a lot to offer. It really is a fun ship, and I'm really happy I booked this as my second cruise ever. One of the fun activities that the Odyssey ship has to offer is the Flow Rider. It comes with some free trial, but you can always pay for lessons and extra time. It was fun to watch those courageous enough to do it.
Jason leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go.
Next to the Flow Rider was the iFly, a fun way to experience the sensation of free falling as if skydiving. Now, I already did a real skydive in my 20s. I wasn't feeling like my back was going to handle this one today. I believe this was one of the instructors doing a demo all by himself. Wow, just impressive. Moving on, we really enjoyed taking advantage of the dedicated walking or running track, a great way to add some steps. And you can see plenty of options for seating as well. It's really a fun, vibrant, colorful deck to enjoy.
We'll go through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go.
Now, I have left the best part for last. As you move on into the Seaplex area inside, you're going to find a sports court that is actually converted into bumper cars. This is so cool. It definitely is a highlight of this ship. And not to forget some Mario Kart arcade games. Of course, you're going to have to pay extra to play this, but this is awesome. Like, there's something here for everyone, no doubt. Back outside on the ship, you're gonna notice a pink panther. Well, it's not. It's actually a giant pink flowery cat sculpture by a British artist called Joseph Massey. And I thought it was a unique touch. It's a nice way to make this ship stand out from all the others. Now, I'm just going to wrap it up real soon here. I wanted to share with you probably the most spectacular showroom you will ever see on a ship, and this is the 270 Technology Showroom and Bar. It's got a massive 270-degree panoramic screen that is in high definition 12K quality. And you cannot forget the 6 robotic screens that move in like every direction. It is so impressive. This is certainly a very expensive but very impressive place to watch shows. And honestly, everything that we watched in this room was very impressive. And I'm just sharing with you a fraction of the intro. So enjoy.
I live inside my own world of make-believe. Kids screaming in the cradles, profanities. I see the world through eyes covered in ink and bleach. Cross out the ones who heard my cries and watched me weep. I love everything. Fire spreading all around my room. My world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush. Take my eyes open to force me eat my weight in glee. I live inside my own world of make-believe. Kids scream.
All right, wrapping it up with this cute little towel animal. Stay tuned. The cruise vlogs are not over yet. In fact, the next one will be featuring the cruise tour that I took, which featured the views of Santorini. So we will be in Santorini, Greece in the next episode. I hope to see you there.